I think I want my work to be inspiring to people. I mean, I hope that it is. What that means to me is bringing a smile to someone's face, giving a little bit of this childlike wonder and awe that sometimes we may have gotten further away from as we've grown older and maybe become a little bit more hardened in our life. I think working with dirt and this earthy kind of element brings something kind of basic back to us. I think we all really respond to this smell, the texture. Again, it's kind of the basic innate awness that we all have inside. I think to me as an artist, I want to evoke that. I want to bring that out in people's experience with my work. I was raised in Northern California, and I was raised by a lot of entrepreneurs around me. My parents were entrepreneurs, they still are. I was raised around a lot of artists. A lot of my family members are artists. A lot of my neighbors were jewelry makers and craftsmen and artisans and pottery makers. So I guess you could say I always was very artistic and influenced my life. Always been a plant person. My parents are also avid gardeners. So those two worlds eventually collided and came up with Horticulture. My art is a 3D mixed medium. It is really plant-based, botanical-based, so my art really evolves first and foremost around nature. And within that, there's all different veins that come to life with that medium and that material use. So living walls, the moss walls, the terrariums, the different scapes that we do with different tablescapes, interior or exterior, or the event decor, all kind of fall under this umbrella of a really unique medium, working with nature and accentuating what she already has to offer and just bringing it to life, the textures, the colors, the composition, the uniqueness of shapes and structures. And it's very exciting. It's always different. It's never boring, and it's always new. And no matter if we're making the same size piece, they always come out very differently. So I like that my art allows me to kind of have this voice that undulates with the client, with the piece, with the seasons as well. My process begins with communicating with my client, what they're envisioning and what they want it to feel like. I think this kind of work and this meeting of plants and nature, I think people may not have the right words to communicate what they want, but I think that most of the times when they come to me, there's some strong feelings about what they want to feel and what they want to see with the piece. So my job really as a designer is to guide them, but it's also as a plant expert to make sure that we are using the right plants for the right space, what's going to work for them and what their possibilities are and what the possibilities might not be. That can be very different for different clients and for different scopes of work. I think my personality bleeds all throughout Horticulture. There's, I think, nothing that you could see or think of or look at that I think doesn't have a little bit of me in it somehow. But I think that what I do, I think it speaks to people. I think, again, the nature, the aspect of just getting dirty, getting nitty-gritty, just playing in the dirt, you know, looking at roots, smelling it, you know, it does speak to people. And I think that is important to allow somebody the space of creativity, to allow somebody to interpret what they see out of this medium and come up with their own answer. There's no wrong in art. It's creativity first, and hopefully with that, there's some happiness that comes. The world we live in, there's just clenched jaws, and if we can release that for a second out of our day, that to me is worth it.